Ches on Aleph, the medium-sized line going on to the wide lines. It says Amar Ula. Ula says, Ein Yerushalayim Niftes. Jerusalem will not be redeemed. Ella Bitzdaka, only with charity. Shenamar Tzion B'Mishpat Tifta. Tzion, Yerushalayim, will only be redeemed through Mishpat. Through tzedakah, I mean. The Mishpat Tifta, it'll be redeemed. V'shaveha Bitzdaka, it'll be redeemed through justice, and its captives are going to be redeemed through charity. Okay. Amar Rav Papa, says Rav Papa, I batli yehiri. If we can get rid of, and if we can eradicate the haughty ones, so then batli amgushi. Then the amgushis are going to leave. Who are the amgushis? So Rashi says they're the Persians that cause a lot of tsar, anguish to the Jewish people. Yeah, some say idol worshippers. Okay. I batli dayani, batli gzirfati. If the judges are going to get removed, so then the gzirfati are going to be removed. Those are the judges of the other nations of the world that destroyed, that hit the Jews with their rods. So I batli yehiri batli amgushi. If the haughty ones are not here anymore, then the idol worshippers are not going to be here either. Dichsiv, as it says, v'etzor k'vor sigayich, v'asira kol b'dilayich. So it says that v'etzor k'vor sigayich, v'etzor k'vor sigayich. We're gonna clear out the k'vor sigayich. That sounds like referring to the haughty ones. V'asira kol b'dilayich, and we're going to sounds like, and then remove. If you remove the haughty ones, then you're going to also remove the ones that are the idol worshippers. And if the dayanim they're not here anymore, the judges, then batli gizir fati, then the judges of the non-Jewish world who are harming us will also not be here anymore, as it says the ksiv. When you remove the mishpatecha, the judges, then pana oivecha. So then your the enemies will also leave. Okay. Yeah. Amr Rabbi Yochanan, Imra Isa Dorsh and Ismail, continuing the signs of Mashiach. Amr Rabbi Yochanan, Imra Isa Dorsh and Ismail v'holech. If you see a generation that's withering away, that's going downhill, v'holech chikaloi, then you should wait for Mashiach. Shenamar v'esam ani teishia, that Hashem's going to save the downtrodden nation. When they're all ani and poor, Hashem is going to redeem them. Amr Rabbi Yochanan, Imra Isa Dorsh Taras Rabos Baos Alav. If you see a generation which has tremendous suffering, so then like a river, kinar, chikaloi, shenamar, then you should wait, anticipate, that's a better word, anticipate the arrival of Mashiach. Shenamar, kiyovo kinar tsar, v'ruach Hashem nosei sabo. So it says in the verse in Yeshaya that when this river is going to come and the spirit of Hashem is going to be there, v'samich le, and right next to it's going to be uval tzion goel, that Hashem is going to redeem us. So when we're so downtrodden and so many difficulties, then you know that you can anticipate Mashiach. So Ben David, Ein Ben David ba, Mashiach's not going to come. Ella b'dor shekulo zakai, o kulo chayev. Interesting statement. Either for a generation that's fully guilty or fully innocent. So there's long footnotes about it. Some say when you're fully guilty, you could do tshuva. When you're half and half, so like you think you're good. But yeah, B'dorshos, or others say that Mashiach is coming at a set time. So even if you're fully guilty, it doesn't matter. He's coming no matter what. So, or it means His incredible mercy, Hashem's incredible mercy for us, that no matter what, He'll take us out. So, generations full of tzaddikim that are going to acquire the land, and the generation that's fully guilty, So you're going to see there's no man. The Yishtomim is going to be like shocked, bewildered. Kien mavgia that there's nobody there. Uksiv lema'ani esa, and the next verse says that sounds like lemani. I'm going to do this for my honor. Hashem is saying for His honor, He's going to go and bring it, even when there's nobody there. Sounds like no one there. That's really doing the right. That is doing the right things. Ein ish. There's no one there acting the way he's supposed to. Oh, then Hashem is going to bring Mashiach. Amar Rabbi Alexandri, Rabbi Yeshua ben. So Amar Rabbi Alexandri, Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi Ramiksiv. Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi through two psukim. There's a contradiction between two psukim. One says Be'ita, Mashiach's going to come in his time. Uksiv Achishana, or he'll come before his time. So which one is it? When's going to come? So Zachu Achishana or Zachu Bita. If you merit it, he'll come in his time. If you don't merit it, if you merit it, he'll come earlier. He'll preempt his coming. But if you're not Zocha, he'll come when he's supposed to come. Amr Alexandra Shum Levi Ramik Siv. The verse says the Aru Im Anane Shmaya. So the verse says there's a vision in Daniel that he saw the clouds of the heaven. Kibar Inish Ata. Sounds like some kind of reference to Hashem, like the clouds of the heaven. In the clouds I saw a man, I think. So that was referring to Mashiach. It's like a man in the heavens. Uksiv ani rochev ala chamar. Or it says that a poor person is going to be riding on the donkey, on the horse. So they're each referring to Mashiach. Which one is it? He's going to be like this heavenly figure in the heavens, or he's going to be coming riding on the donkey, on the horse. Sorry, no, on the donkey. So Zachu im anane shmaya. If you're Zocha, he'll be coming like this heavenly figure. Lo Zachu ani rochev ala chamar. If you're not Zocha, then he'll be coming like an ani rochev ala chamar. The joke in yeshiva is that ani rochev ala chamar, describing Mashiach as the poor person on the horse. That ani is an acronym for Eruvin, Nedarim, and Yevamos. 3 very hard mesechtas. So when you master those, Mashiach will come. That's what they say. Yeah. Does it inspire people to do it? I don't know, but back over there. That's right. I'm okay. No. So Amr le Shvur Malka le Shmuel. So the Shvur Malka, the Shvur Malka told Shmuel, kind of the king, one of the royals, told Shmuel, Amriso Mashiach al Chamra Asi. So he said, Mashiach's coming on a horse. So Ishtar le Susi Braka, I'll give him the Isli. I'll give him my finest horse. So Amrle, Mischa Bar Chiver Gavni. You have a horse that has so many colors, 100 different colors, whatever it is. So you think you have a nice horse. You know nothing about Mashiach's horse. It's much better than yours. Rabbi Shimon Levi Eshchel Eliyahu. Okay, interesting. Rabbi Shimon Levi met up with Eliyahu Navi. I don't know if this is a daily occurrence or once in a lifetime. I'm not sure. So Dahave Kaya Pischa de Marasa. And he was found by the entrance to the cave of who? To Rashim ben Yochai. To the cave of Rashim ben Yochai. Okay, I guess that's where Eliyahu at least then hung out. Amrle Asina La'alma the Asi said, am I going to the next world? Amrle in Yirtza Adam. I mean, if the master wants. I don't know what you're asking me. It's up to Hashem. So in Yirtza Adam is that. So Amr Rabbi Shua ben Levi. So Rabbi Shua ben Levi says, I saw Eliyahu, however, Shnayim Ra'isi, I saw like 2 people over there. The Kol Shlosha Shamati. I saw 2 people. Maybe it means him and Eliyahu Navi, or maybe it means 2 others. I don't know. But he heard the voice of 3. I'm not sure. It's like parenthetical. I'm not sure exactly. Doesn't add to the story so much. But okay. Amar Le Emas Asi Mashiach. So then he asked Eliyahu Navi. He asked him, when's Mashiach coming? So he said, Amar Le Zil Shaila Lididei. He said, what are you asking me? Go ask Mashiach. So he said, Behechi Yosef. Where's he sitting? So he told them, Apischa de Karta. He's sitting on the gate of the city, entrance to the city. So asked Shmuel Levi, Umay Simone. What's his simon? How do I know who he is? He probably looks like an average guy. I don't know who he is. So he says, Yosef Beini Ani Sovle Chaloim. He's sitting between all the people that are all injured. He's at the urgent care, basically. Yeah. The kulan sharu, va'asiri b'chad zimna. They all take off their bandages and put it on at one time, at once. Ihu shari chad va'asir chad. He does one at a time. Why? Because Amr Dilma Mibaina Deloy Akiv. I might be needed any moment, and therefore I can't prevent from coming. So it sounds like if you do all the bandages at once, you take them all off, it's a long time to put it back on. If you do one at a time, so then it's if you're needed in the moment, you can come right away. It won't be such a delay. It's a good rhyme. Okay. So Azal Gabe Amrle. Okay, so now Rabbi Shimon Levi went to Eliyahu Navi and he told him, Amrle Shalom Alayich Rabbi Umori. So greetings upon you, peace upon you, my master, my teacher. My teacher, my master. Amrle Shalom Alecha. Bar Levi, he told him, peace be upon you, the son of Levi. Rabbi Shua ben Levi, the son of Levi. Amrle, so Rabbi Shua Levi asked him, Le'emas Asimar, when are you coming? We're all waiting. Yeah? So, Amrle, Hayo, I'm coming today. Okay. So now he went back, also he went back to Eliyahu Navi. Amrle, so my Amrlach, what did he say to you? Amrle, Shalom Aleich Bar Levi. He told me, peace upon you, the son of Levi. So now it sounds like Eliyahu is going to interpret that statement. What does that mean? Amrle, I'm going to guarantee. He means to say when he said peace upon you, he's guaranteeing you and your father will get the next world. But then Rabbi Shimon Levi told him, but Amrlo, Shakurika Shakarbi, he lied to me. Sounds like already the day ended. It's the next day already. He said, why? He said, Damarli Hayom Asina V'Lawasa. He told me he's coming today. He didn't show up. What's going on over here? So, Amarle Hachi Amarlach Hayom in Bekol Tishmo. Yeah, today if you heed his voice. Today, if the Jewish people were fitting for it, he would have come. But we didn't listen to his voice, so to speak, to Hashem's voice. So they weren't fitting, but he was ready to come today. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Shalu Talmid Davas Rabbi Yossi ben Kisma, Emasai ben David, a whole bunch of statements now about when Mashiach is going to come. When is the son of David, Mashiach, going to come? Amar Misyareni, Shema Tivakshim Mimeni, Os. He said, I'm worried because maybe you're going to ask me for a sign that Mashiach is going to come. And I don't want to give you a sign. So Amrlo, no, Einam Mivakshim Chaos. We're not going to ask from you of a sign when he's coming. Well, yeah, exactly. We don't know when he's coming, but no signs. It's interesting. Yeah. So Amrle Likishiyipol Hashar Hazeh V'Yivne V'Yipol V'Yivne V'Yipol. So when this gate, I think it's terms of the gate of Rome, is going to fall, be rebuilt, fall, be rebuilt, fall. The Ein Mas speaking live knows, and you're not going to have time to rebuild it. Until David is going to come. So Amrula Rabbeinu, they asked Rabbeinu, so Tain Lanu Os, give us a sign. What do they want? A sign for what? Is it soon or is it not soon? And he just told them when they start rebuilding the gate. So what else do they want? What sign do they want? Go on, another sign to see if he's coming. To see if he's coming. A sign for who he is. A sign. Oh. I don't know. Sign that he's coming. Okay. I guess they're asking: Is that happening soon? Meaning, are we there yet? Oh. I mean, I would have thought, well, when they start building and rebuilding, and then maybe. Okay. Maybe they want to know when's going to fall, and we're going to rebuild it. Okay. Amr Lahem. He said, hello. You said you're not going to ask him for a sign. Amrulo, they said to him, V'afal pikein, Amr Lahem. And even so, he still told them. Amr Lahem, Im kach yevchu mei ma'aras pamias ledam. V'nevchu ledam. So he told them the sign's going to be when the cave of Pamias, a certain river in the north of Israel, the waters of the source of the Jordan River is going to turn into blood, and then what happened? It turned into blood. The nefchu ledam. And indeed, but that wasn't a sign. That was just a reaction for them being persistent. Yeah, he didn't give them a sign. He just said, if you because of your persistency, I'm gonna turn the May papayas into dam, and it turned into dam. No, this is a sign. Or it's just a reaction
Since you insist on a sign, I will give you.
Oh, okay. So then, it turned into blood. Okay. So b'shas petirosa, when he was dying, Amar Lan, he told them, "Hemikuli aroni, put my grave very deep into the ground." Why? She'ain kol dekel v'dekel shebebavel she'ain sus shel parsiim nikshabo. There's not going to be a tree in Bavel that the Parsiim, the Persians, are not going to be. They're going to ransack the whole place. So and they're going to go from Bavel to Eretz Yisrael. But I put my coffin deep down into the ground. Why? Because when they go through Bavel, there's not going to be a horse of the. There won't be a tree in Bavel that a source is not going to be attached to. I mean, I guess they're going to be able to rip through everything. Yeah, and then they're going to Eretz Yisraal. They're going to rip out all the graves of Israel, and they're going to feed their horses to eat from the graves. So put it very deep so that they shouldn't get me. Until the evil kingdom is going to take control over Israel, then Mashiach's not going to come until that happens. Until Tisha Chadashim. For 9 months, the evil kingdom is going to rule over Israel. The enemies are going to rule over Israel for 9 months. Shenamar, as the verse says, the verse is referring to giving birth, and giving birth is 9 months, and therefore when and it says at the end, Yeshuvun al bnei Yisrael. Sounds like then Mashiach's going to come, but it's going to take 9 month period of the enemy ruling over Israel. Yeah. Amar Ula, Yesi velo ichmena. So Ula says, Yesi lo ichmena. He's going to come, but don't wait for him. Oh, I may not see him, sorry. Okay, thank you. V'chein Amar Rabbi Yesi lo ichmena. He might come, I might not see him. Rabbi Yossi Amar Yesi v'eski. He'll come, and I'll see him. The Esev betula the kufita de chamrei. I'm sorry. They say, I hope when he comes, I'm not going to be around. That's what they're saying. Because there's going to be a time before Mashiach comes of terrible suffering. So they're saying, when he comes, I hope to not be there. Rav Yosef says, I hope to be there, and I'm happy to be in the shadow of the dung of his horse. Meaning, I'd rather be in a totally low place, but I still want to be there when he comes. Yeah. So, why don't you want to be there? If it's because of the Chavlesh Mashiach, the pains of Mashiach, but the Brisa says, Rabbi Lazar, they asked Rabbi Lazar, what can one do to be spared from the pains of Mashiach? So his answer was, Yasak b'Torah u'b'gimilos chasadim. 2 things. Yasak b'Torah u'b'gimilos chasadim. I think they point out from the Maharal that Torah in the spiritual realm is the greatest thing, and chesed in the physical realm is the greatest thing. So when you do both of those, then you're physically and spiritually complete. So then you'll be spared from the birth pains of Mashiach. So he told them, what are you worried about? The birth pains of Mashiach, Torah and chesed. Umar Torah v'agmil. You Rabbi, you have both. You have Torah and chesed. Amarle, no, but Shema Yigram Achet. But maybe I have sins that caused me to have to be afflicted by the suffering of the days preceding Mashiach. Where do you see such a thing that maybe you should be worried about that maybe the sin might be causing suffering? Rav Yaakov Bar Idi, Rami Ksiv, Rav Yaakov Idi learned by Yaakov Avinu. It says, Hashem promises him, I'm going to guard you from everywhere you go. Don't worry, I'll be there with you. And then it also says, Yaakov Ma'od, he was very scared. It pained him. He was so scared. So what was he scared of? Hashem promised that he's going to protect him. But he was worried that maybe Chet took away some of his merits, and therefore he had reason to be afraid. Kidetanya, as the Brisa says, Ad Yavor Amcha Hashem. The verse says, until we cross over. That's referring to Bia Rishona, the first entrance into Israel. Ad Yavor Amzu Kanisa from Azashir, and until we cross over the nation that was acquired, Zu Bia Shnia. That is the second entrance. when it came to Ezra and they came back to Israel. Amar Me'ata, so say from here, Re'uim ha'yisrael latzos lam nes v'bir shnia ki bir rishona. Really, a miracle should have been done for the Jews coming back from Babylon, from Babel with Ezra. The same miracles that were done for the Jews going into Eretz Yisrael. The Yarden split, the walls of Yericho fell down. So many miracles happened. So they're really fitting for that, except what happened? Ela shagar machet. Sin prevented these miracles from taking place. I do not want to be around when Mashiach comes. Why? Because of the birth pain, because of the pains of Mashiach beforehand. He asked them, what's the reason? Is it because the verse says that in the times of Mashiach, a person's going to run away from a lion? Steve, you're going to like this one. You're going to run away from a lion. You're going to run into a bear. You're going to go lean on the wall. Right? And then it's going to bite you. So is that what you're scared of? But you should know your everyday living is very similar to that. Ready? Example for this in this world, you don't have to wait till Mashiach comes. When you go out to the field, Upagabo Center, so you encounter one of the people in charge of the fields, the border patrol. Yeah. If you have to go through security, right? So whenever you go to the airport, you can think of this. Yeah, Upagabo Center. So that's as if Dome Kimisha Pagabo Ari. That's like a lion stopping you. Yeah, it's a whole to do now. You have to check your pocket, check your this, check your that. Yeah. You finally get to the city, Nechnas La'ir, and what happens? Pagabo Gabai. You walk in, first thing you want your money, right? So Dome Kimisha Pagabo Dove. That's like encountering a bear. Steve, this for you. Nichnas Lebeitzo, you come back to your house, and what do you find? Your children. You find your sons and your daughters. Well, not so much. Okay, but Mutal Barav, they're very hungry. We want food. My kids are always hungry. Every 5 seconds are hungry. Dome Kimisha Nashku Nachash. That's as if a snake bites you when your kids are so hungry when you come home. Yeah. So what are you worried about? You're worried about those things happening? They happen all the time nowadays anyways. The lion, the bear, and the snake. Nothing to worry about. Oh my, right? So Elamishum Dichsiv. Yeah, together. The lions are by the fields in the outward in the wild. The bears are a little bit closer in the city. Climates. Wildness.
In Africa, we find lions, you don't find bears.
Interesting. That's what they say by the plague of Arov. All the wild animals came. So Arov means a mixture, because you took animals that survive in climates from different parts of the world, whatever, and you put them all together at once. It doesn't work. Polar bears don't survive in the same weather as as other animals. Yeah. Here's your connection. There you go. Yeah. So Elamishum, maybe because of the following verse, Sholu na uru im yeled zachar madur isi kol gever yadav achalatzak yoledav v'nechvu kol panim liyarechon. So it sounds like Sholu na, a prophecy in Yirmiyahu that describes im yeled zachar. Yeah. Right. The birth pains are going to be so bad. Right. Sholu na ure im yeled zachar. Sorry. If a man gives birth, madur isi kol gever yadav achalatzak. What, a man's giving birth? No, of course not. So then why is his hands on his loins like a lady who gave birth? And his face is totally turning green, right? Men don't know of such pain. So what does that mean? Mi shekol gvura shalom. This idea of seeing the Gever is seeing the one who's all the strength is to him. So to speak, Hashem himself, like the Shekhinah, is in pain. Because what happened was he talk about right now. Yeah. So let's see. It's referring to Hashem, and then it says, "U'mayin nefku kol panim liyareikon." All the whole face turns like green. Rabbi Yochanan pamalia shel mala u'pamalia shel mata. It's referring to Hashem, so to speak, his legion, and the pamalia shel mata, the angels and the Jewish people. Okay, so what does this mean? Bishash Amar Kadosh Baruch Hu halalu ma'aseh yadav halalu ma'aseh yadav. He says, look, both the Jews and the non-Jews are both my handiwork. So heich abed elu mipnei elu. how can I go and how can I destroy one for the other? So we're going to see an example just in 1 second. So Amar of Papa, Hanan Damar Inchi, this is what people say, Rohit Benafal Tura, your ox goes and it falls down, Va'azil Vashadile Susya Be Uriah. So the ox, a person had an ox, and the ox was running, and it fell down, and you put a horse in its stead. In that area of food that used to feed the ox, you now put the horse there to feed it. So, okay. But, yeah. Now, once your ox gets better, so now you have to go to your trough, where you're feeding the horse, and you have to now remove the horse from there and put the ox there. So this is a parable too. Hashem saw the downfall of the Jewish people, right? And as they were going down, so this is an important concept, as the Jews are going down, then the non-Jews go up. Whatever koach, whatever strength he gives to the Jews, if they're not using that, if they're not capitalizing on that, it'll go to the non-Jews. So now that the Jews did tshuva, so now what does he have to do? He has to go and remove the non-Jews and put the Jews back in its stead. Yeah, so that's very hard. That's what's going to happen when Mashiach comes. So, yeah, so that's going to be incredible pain, and that's what he wanted to avoid. Amar Rav Gidla Marav says, Rav Gidla Marav, Asili Yisrael, the Achli Shani Mashiach. So the Jewish people are destined to be full. They're going to be very satiated, right?
Yeah, enjoy the years.
Oh, they're going to enjoy the years of Mashiach. So before all the birth pains, now we're talking about how we're going to enjoy it. Amar Rav Yosef Pshita. Of course we're going to enjoy it. Elaman achilahu. Who else can enjoy it? That's also funny. Chilik Ubilik? Who's 2 names of people? Joe Schmo, that's what it is. Joe Schmo, Chilik Ubilik. So achilahu? Yeah, of course. Who else can enjoy the times of Mashiach? The Jews. Not Chilik Ubilik. It's just funny. So achilahu. So La Fuka, this is coming to, as opposed to the opinion of Midri Reb Hillel. Now, okay, very, very difficult line, which will come up again in a few minutes. Reb Hillel says, Ein Mashiach Yisrael. Sounds like what he's saying is, there's no Mashiach for Yisrael. Why? Shekfar achaluhu b'nei Chizkiah. He already came. He already had those times during times of Chizkiah. So there's long footnotes about it that seems like the standard approach. He doesn't mean to say that Mashiach's never going to come. He means to say there's a certain time that was very good, the time of Chizkiah that already came, but he's not. It sounds like he's denying that we're going to have Mashiach, but that they point out can't be. Hashem not going to put us in Golos forever. The Torah says you're going to be in Golos. I'm not going to take you out of Golos. So he says, but a lot of those prophecies already came true in Chizkiah's time. So this is coming as opposed to that, which says that when Mashiach comes, we're going to enjoy all this goodness. Amar Ravlo Ibri Alma Elul David Ushmuel. So the world was created only for David Ushmuel. So Amar LeMoshe. I guess some say also Moshe. So what does it mean? It means in the merit of David, that's going to sing so many songs to Hashem, the Tehillim, or because of Moshe, who's going to go and makabel the Torah. So, sorry. Amar Ravlo Ibri Alma Elul David. He says the world created for David. Shmuel Amar LeMoshe. Shmuel says it was created in the merit of Moshe. Rabbi Yochanan Amar LeMashiach. It was created in the merit of Mashiach. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now, Mashmo. Speaking of Mashiach, what's his name? So certain groups claimed at one point that their leader was Mashiach. They brought a proof because his name is like one of the names of Gemara. Problem is, there's a lot of opinions what the name is. It's not one opinion. It's just interesting. So we have to explain the Gemara thing. That's all I'm saying. I just want to know how they understand it. Yeah. So Mashmo, what's his name? Debei Rabbi Shila. Assuming the names are taken to be taken literally and not metaphorically, which some take it metaphorically. So that's another issue. Okay, Mashmo. Debei Rabbi Shila Amri Shila Shmo. Now that's very interesting. If you pick up on it, each name of the rabbi saying what Mashiach's name is, it sounds very similar to his name. I don't know if they talk about this, but Rabbi Shila says Mashiach's name is Shiloh. Shiloh Shmo. Shenamar Ad Ki Yavo Shiloh, until Shiloh is going to come. Debei Rabbi Yanai Amar Yanon Shmo. His name is Yanon. Shenamar Hi Shmo La'olam Lifnei Shemesh Yanon Shmo. Debei Rabbi Chanina, Amar Chanina Shmo, which is interesting. I picked up on it. Shenamar Ashelo Eten Lachem Chanina. Also, the pasuk referring to that Chanina is going to come. V'yesh Omrim, and here's what they say: is Menachem ben Chizkiah Shmo. So it's the Menachem, the son of Chizkiah. So Shenamar Ki Rachak V'meni Menachem Meishiv Nafshi. The Menachem is Ki Rachak V'meni Menachem Meishiv Nafshi. Menachem is going to come and bring back my life force. My life source, meaning he's going to go and be the Mashiach. V'Rabbanan Amri Chivra Debei Rebbe Shmo. His name is Chivra Debei Rebbe. It's the one who had leprosy from the Academy of Rebbe. Shenamar, as it says, Achein Chalinu Hu Nasa. He's going to be someone who's sick. Umachovenu Salam he's going to suffer so many sufferings. V'anachnu chashvunu nagua. We're going to see he's like totally nagua. He's totally full of illness. Muka elokim u'mauna. So Mashiach is referring to someone who suffers tremendously. So that's why they called him that he's going to be the one that has tzaras. It sounds like the verse means it's going to be somebody who suffers a lot, full of suffering. Okay. Amr Rav Nachman. Rav Nachman says, "Imin chayahu." It's going Anna. If Mashiach's from the living, look at his confidence. Yeah, it's me. It's someone like me. Someone like me. Why? Shinamar b'haya adiro mimenu u'moshlo mikira yetze. Because it has to be someone who's a ruler from the royal family and who comes from the Davidic dynasty. So, if Mashiach is living now, he's going to be. He's going to be someone who is, Rav Nachman's what? Rav Nachman has both, no? What's unique about Rav Nachman?
Yeah,
He has both, right? He's from the Davidic dynasty and he's from the royal. Was the Reish Galusa, and he comes from the Davidic dynasty, so he has both. Okay, so that's if he's from the living. However, Amar Rav Imin Chayahu. So Rav says if he's from the living, who can go in Rabbeinu HaKadosh? He's like Rabbi Nasi, who compiled the Mishnayos. So why? So Rashi says because he suffered a lot. He's incredibly pious. So something like that of incredible piety, like Rabbeinu HaKadosh. Imin Masio, if he's someone who's not alive anymore. So then it's Kigon Daniel Ish Chamudos. It's someone like Daniel Ish Chamudos who suffered terrible tribulations in the lion's den, and is also incredibly righteous. Okay. Amr Yudam Rav Asiyah Kadosh Baruch Hu Lahamid Lem David Acher. Sounds like Hashem's going to give us another David. Shinamar, meaning not only David Melech, but Mashiach. Shinamar of Ivdos Hashem Elokechem, Vez David Malcham Asher Akim. Akim is in the future tense. I'm going to give you a King David, which is I will establish for you. Heikin Lo Namer Ela Akim. You see, you had one David Melech. I'll give you another type of person like David Melech, referring to Mashiach. Amar Repapal Abai v'Haksiv v'David Avi Nasi Lehem LaOlam. It says, but David, my servant, Nasi Lahem La'olam, will be a king for you forever. So what does that mean? It sounds like I don't know. It sounds like he understands it to mean it's going to be David Melech himself.
Like the original David.
The original David, yeah. Right. So he says no. The answer is Kigon Kesar Upalgi Kesar, like the king and his assistant and his deputy, right? So you have the manager and the deputy manager. So to this again, Melech HaMashiach. And then you're going to have David's going to be the second one to him. Interesting. So, Darash Rabbi Simlai, my diksiv, what is the verse telling us? Hoy hamisav mes yom Hashem. Those, woe unto those who are desiring the day of Hashem. Lama zelachem, what do you need it for? Hu choshech v'lo or, it's going to be full of darkness and no light. Mashal, letarnagol ve'atleif. Two animals that probably hang out a lot together, right? The rooster and the bat. Shayu mitzap and the or. They both want the day to come. So Amrle Tarnagol Atle, the Tarnagol, right, the one who wakes up, the one who knows when it's going to turn daytime. So the Tarnagol is like looking at the bat. Bat has no eyes, right? So it doesn't matter if it's day or nighttime to him. You can't see anything anyways. So my Tarnagol Atle, Anim Etzapal Oro Ora Shalihu. The light is mine. Or I'm the one who wakes up the light, and I have eyes to see the light. So he says, but Ata Lamechla Ora. What do you need light for? So Rashi explains that the Jewish people, they have what to wait for. Incredible spiritual light is coming their way. The rest of the world, what are you waiting for? Nothing to wait for. It's going to be dark for you. So Bahainu the Amrle, that heretic said to Rabbi Abo, Amrle Haumin Rabbi Abo, a Masa Asim Mashiach Amrle Lechi Chafi Lechu Chashucha Lahanhu Inshi. When those people are going to have a lot of darkness to them. So he asked him, Amrle, Mela Kalayitli, what are you cursing me? Amrle, no, I'm not cursing you. It's just a verse in the Torah, a verse in Yeshaya. Kruxiv, ki hine hachoshi yichase eretz harafel umim. For the other nations, it's going to be very, very dark, incredible darkness. But for the Jews, it's going to be incredible honor of God. Yeah. Tanya Rabbi Lezer Omer Yemos Mashiach. So now, how long are the days of Mashiach going to be? Tanya Rabbi Lezer Omer Yemos Mashiach Arbayim Shana Shneim Arbayim Shana Akut Pedor, referring to the 40 years of when we were in the desert. It's going to be those 40 years that we're going to collect Akut Pedor. I think to collect, no? Yeah. I'm going to take the Jewish people and rule over them. So, okay. Rabbi Lazar ben Azariah Omer Shivim Shana. It's going to be 70 years. Shenam Ravaya Yibem Hu ben Ishchak Tzur Shivim Shana Ki Mei Melech Echad. It's going to be 70 years like that one king. Ezu Melech Miyuchan Avi Omer Zeh Mashiach. It's referring to Mashiach. So the 70 years that we were in, yeah, the 7 years of Bava, right? Exactly. But that's how long the days of Mashiach are going to come, are going to be. Sorry. So Rebbe Omer Shlosha Doros can be 3 generations. Shenamar Yerucha Ima Shemesh. You're the people that are seen with the sun. V'lifnei Yerech Dor Dorim. So Dor is 1, Dorim is 2. That's 3 generations. So that's also referring to Mashiach. 3 generations. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, good point. Rabbi Hillel Omer Ein Lam Mashiach L'Yishol Shekvar Achlu. Oh, so this is the same Rabbi Hillel as earlier. They're not going to have Mashiach for the Jewish people because he already came in the Mei of Chizkiah. So I'm just going to look at the footnote he goes through. Dars goes through. What exactly does that mean? That there's not going to be? Of course, there is going to be, but not on the same level, not the same. Not the same. All the goodness that's going to be there, that was already eaten up in the times of Chizkiah. Okay. Amr of Yosef Sharle Mare. So Amr of Yosef Sharle Mare the Rabbi Chil Chizkiah. Sorry. Amr of Yosef Sharle Mare the Rabbi Hillel. So Hashem forgave. Oh, he Sharle Mare the Rabbi Hillel. The Rabbi Hillel. Oh, because Rabbi Hillel just said that Mashiach was already here, meaning there's a certain time period of Mashiach which already came in the time of Chizkiah. And to that he's saying, may Hashem pardon you, meaning you're wrong. Why? Chizkiah's Amos Hava. When was Chizkiah? He was Bayis Rishon. He was in the first temple. Ve'ilu Zechariah, who came after Chizkiah, who prophesied about the days of Mashiach, he was later. So you can't tell me the days of Mashiach have already taken place. If Zechariah, who came after, is still prophesying about them. And he says, Zechariah says, Gilim Od Bas Tzion Hari Bas Yushalayim. Hine Malchach Yobolach Tzadik V'Noshahu Ani V'Rochiv Al Chomer Val Ayer Ben Asonos. He goes and quotes a whole verse regarding Mashiach and what do you call it? And no, I think I might have taken it home. And he says, but the verse referring to Mashiach, but that's after Chizkiah already. Right now. I took that one home for a day.
Oh.
Yeah. Jules, I
Keep going.
I think I took it home for a day. Sorry.
Huh?
I think I took that one home for a day or two.
Oh, okay.
I'll bring it back.
No, it's all right. I should have noticed. Like, it's running out.
Okay.
Go, 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 go.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah, yeah. Please.
Okay. Tanya Idach, another Brisa says, Rabbi Dovid Gleizer, that the days of Mashiach are going to be 40 days. By the Mun in the desert. We're going to rejoice like the days that we had. Shanos or Inu Ra. So we're gonna rejoice in those days, similar to the days that we had in the desert. Sounds like in the times that we suffer. I don't know why do we suffer in the desert? Maybe the Meraglim. I don't know why we suffer.
Hot and dry, windy.
Hot and dry, windy.
Pleasant, nice place.
Okay, I hear. So Rabbi Dovid Omer Arba Me'oshana, be 400 years of the days of Mashiach. Ksiv Hachav Ibnum Ino Sam Arba Me'oshana. They're going to go and afflict us 400 years regarding to Egypt. Uksiv Hasam Sam Chenu Kimosin Isanu. And we're going to rejoice like the days of our suffering. That's referring to 400 years, not 40. Rabbi Omer Shlosh Me'os V'Shishim V'Chamei Shana. 365 years. Kemin Yimos Achama, as the days of the solar calendar. Shenamar Kiyom Nakim Belibi Vishnaz Guli Ba. So one day if Hashem is 100 years. So just like we have 365 days, it's going to be 365 years of the time of the days of Mashiach. So what does it mean? My Yom Nakim Belibi, the day of revenge in my heart. What's that? The day of revenge that was in my heart. Amr Rabbi Yochanan Lilibi Galisi, but Le'evari Lo Galisi. To my heart I revealed Mashiach, but not to my limbs. I didn't speak it out. Yeah. Shimon Lakish Amar no. Lilibi Galisi, the Malachi Asharis Lo Galisi. I revealed it to my heart, but I did not reveal it to the celestial servant, to the angels. Okay. Tani Avimi Braid Rabbi Abo Yemos Mashiach Lisol Shivas Alafim Shana. Wow. The days of Mashiach, 7,000 years. Shinamar Masos Chasan Al Kala Yaslach Hashem Lakayich. Just like a Chasan Al Kala, right? They have the 7 days. So one day for Hashem is 1,000 years, and therefore it's going to be 7,000 years. It's a long time. So it sounds like the whole world's going to be the times of Mashiach. So yeah. Amr B'Yehuda Amr Shmuel Yemos Mashiach Kimiyoyim Shenivra Ha'olam Bad Achshav. Yemos Mashiach is going to be that time period between when the world was created till now. Shenamar Kimei Shemayim Al Aretz, like the days that sounds like that you created the heavens and the earth. That's how long the days of Mashiach are going to be. Rav Nachman Yitzchak Amar Kimei Noach Ad Achshav, from the time of Noach until now, not the creation of the world, and from Noach. Shenamar Kimei Noach Zosli Asher Nishbati. It's going to be like the days of Noach that I swore to you. So it sounds like comparing it to the days of Noach. Amr B'chia Bar Abba Amr Rabbi Yochanan Kol HaNeviim Lo Nisnabu Elimaz Mashiach. All these dapim of all these gemaras prophesizing about Mashiach, they only prophesize about Mashiach. Aval Olam Haba. What Olam Haba is going to be? Nothing. Ayin Lo Rasa Elokim Zulasecha. An eye is not going to see. Only Hashem will see. A human eye can't understand what in the world that spiritual bliss is going to be like. Ayin Lo Rasa Elokim Zulasecha. So Yasa LeMechakelo, he's going to make for those that are mechakelo, for those that await him urgently. And this is Pliga de Shmuel, against Shmuel. And the Rambam brings the statement of Shmuel. Damar Shmuel says, Ein bein olam hazel yemos Mashiach, elo shibur machios bilvad. Sounds like when Mashiach comes, the days of Mashiach, it's going to be no different than nowadays. All the natural phenomenon will continue, except for we're not going to be subjugated by the other nations. Okay, so that's all that's going to change now in the Yemos Mashiach is going to be that we won't be under anybody else's control. We'll be autonomous. So all the prophets, they prophesied for Bali Tshuva. What's going to be like for Bali about Tzadikim Gemurim? What the reward for Tzadikim Gemurim is going to be like, a real Tzadik, a full Tzadik? Ayin La Rasa Elokim Zlasecha. That no eye can even fathom. Only Hashem knows what that reward for the Tzadik Gomer is going to be. And that's a machlokas with Rabbi Abo, and this more people are aware of. The Amr Rabbi Abo says Rabbi Abo, Makom Shebali Tshuva Omdim, in the place that the Bali Tshuva stand, Tzadikim Sham Tzadikim Einam Omdim. There, the Tzadik can't stand. I mean, the Bali Tshuva is on a higher level in a certain way, than a tzaddik. And the place that he's standing in, the tzaddik can't stand there. Shenamar shalom, peace be upon. Who did it say first? L'rachok, the one who's far. He comes first in the pasuk, and then ulekarov. Bereisha rachok, the hadar karov. First the one who's far, then the one who's close. So just like Ma'i rachok mi kara, he was originally far. So to Ma'i karov, he was always close. The one who's close is always close. Ma'i karov de mi kara, udahashta. Just like the one who's far was originally far, and then he came close. The one who's close was always close, and now he's close. Rabbi Yochanan Amar l'rachok shurachok me'avera. No, it's referring to the guy who distanced himself from Avera. He's far from Avera. And Karov is the one who's close to doing Avera, and then he distanced himself from it. So meaning, who's greater? The one who is always far from Averas, or the one who was very close and then overcame. So according to this, it says the one who was far, one who's far from Averas the whole time. He doesn't come anywhere near Averas. He always distant from Averas. He seems to be on a higher level. Amar Reb Chia bar Abba, Amar Reb Yochanan, Kol Navim, Kol Lemeisi Bitul Tamar Chacham. All this prophets, what do they prophesize about? All the amazing things that are going to happen to you, to someone who marries off their daughter to a Torah scholar. And the one who does business with a Torah scholar. The one who provides from his own wallet, from his own property, from his own for his own possessions. He provides to a Torah scholar from his own possessions. But their own reward, what they're going to get, that nobody can fathom. That is that only Hashem can only Hashem knows. My ayin larasa. What does it mean ayin larasa? Amr Mishur ben Levi ze yayin amishur ben Navav mishesh ben Bereshis. This that we can't fathom what it is a special wine that was stored away from the 6 days of creation. Reish Lakish Amr ze Eden lo rasa ayin ma'olam. No, it's referring to Gan Eden. It's referring to Eden. Eden that no one's ever seen Eden. The Tomer Adam, the first man, where was he? Heichandar. He lived in Gan, in the Gan of Eden, in the Garden of Eden. We had, by the way, in Batra, how big each one is. So there's Eden, there's the Gan of Eden. So he lived in the garden. But Eden itself, we have no idea what it's like. Vim Tomar Gan Hu Eden. Maybe you'll say the garden is Eden.